So hey, ever heard of a guy called Niccolo Machiavelli? Good. No one. Well, he's an Italian man from a long time ago who wrote a book to try and impress a guy into giving him a job. Didn't work, but the book is still pretty dang good. It's all pragmatic advice on how to properly run your state, and it talks about what kind of army you want, how to please your people, and, well, how to lie to get what you want. Which brings us to the topic of today's video. Is that clickbait enough for you, YouTube? Yeah, that's right. Every president, regardless of if they believe in a god or not, should swear in a Christian Bible. Now, I can already hear you. The separation of church and state. Yeah, and you know what? You're right. You're right. But what you're not seeing is the bigger picture. This is a very scientific-looking graph. And if you understand graphs, then you'll realize that more than 50% of the entire country is Christian. If you're becoming president and you decide that you want to swear in your favorite stack of Martha Stewart cookbooks, do you really think that everyone living in your country is going to like that? Wrong. Machiavelli would argue that you should suck it up, put your hand on the Bible before swearing in. He argues that a leader should always strive to look moral and good, not necessarily be moral and good. And one really easy way to do this is to align yourself with the church. You know, the pillar of moral right and fortitude that's dated back thousands and thousands of years? By showing that you agree with the church, you become a lot harder to attack because no God-fearing man could ever be evil. You consolidate your citizen base and make it a lot harder to attack you. No one wants to call an altar boy a manipulative monster who's using cloak and dagger techniques to undermine the country they love. There's also a second reason why you should swear in the Bible. Here's an even more scientific-looking graph. You can see that 31% of the total world population believes in at least some form of the same God. Now, you don't need the approval of the entire world to be an effective American president, but it gets a lot easier to work with the people all across the world if they think you pray to the same God as them. It's a lot easier to be friends with the Queen of England when you also go to the same church she does. You're all friends, you go to the same potluck on Sundays, you have the meatballs, you talk about God, it's great. Then you go off and nuke a small third world country together and everything's just hunky-dory. If you're gonna get up there, put your hand on the book, say the magic words, and get to leading a nation. Don't screw it up, the whole world's watching.